Oh dear. All right. Excuse my voice, guys. Welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy XIV Online with Mistwalker Lunara. We're here over on Zervan in the Oceania servers in Materia. A little bit of a congested queue. That's probably the busiest I've seen Zervan for a while. And we are just heading into the game. Let's get to it. When we're ready. So I hope everyone's mornings are going well, or evenings, as the case may be. Some of you are not in the Southern Hemisphere. And yeah, I'm looking forward to a bit of Final Fantasy. Let's go. Alrighty. Ooh, never forget. Now that is something I did neglect to do. I forgot to pop up my my list of scenario quests so that I could track where I was at. No, it's a comfort thing. I kind of just use it to feel steady with it. It looks like we're heading out to the Isles of Umbra. What is it? Never forget. There we are. Ooh, not bad. We've still got a ways to go though. Alrighty, now I know where I'm at. Let's head on in. Right. Looks like we're talking to Aldfort. Tetaroon? I saw him. That is to say, I seen him. Oh, we're not heading to the Isles of Umbra. We're heading up to Upper Lanacea. Kind of. He took himself north through Skull Valley into Oakwood. Was looking for a place to run by his fellow Chikern. A place run by, yep. I reckon he meant the one right on the shore of Bronze Lake, Maroon's trading post. Follow the road and you're sure to find it. Hey, thanks, old foot. I wonder if that's old feet. I'm not sure. I know, do we run or do we try taking the Chocobo? And have I unlocked this Aetheryte? That's a better question to ask. Yes, we have. Right. I wasn't sure. I think we did that last episode. It's been a long week. Have we done our Smith? We'll come back. Oh no, we did do our Smith stuff, I think. For a healer. Very, very useful thing for getting some gear early on. And a bit of XP. Let's see if the bird's any faster. Yeah, no. Get a Chocobo, they said. It'll be quicker, they said. Uh-huh. When you've unlocked a few more main story quests, they said it'll be quicker. Promise. Okay, this is murdering me. Go, bird, go! Maroon's trading post. Ooh, do we want to join that fate? Let's get off the bird and see. What are we? We are currently a white mage. We're level 42. What's our gear like? Let's play chicken with the stone shell. She says. Oh, we are so dead. Let's find it. Okay. Hi! I feel like crab for dinner tonight. Uh-oh. Oh, it looks like crab feels like white mage for dinner. I am in so much trouble. Let's go. You know what? I should have invited my bird to the party. I wonder if he'll come now. Oh, maybe. Hit him, Snowy. Sunny. Alright, now I better keep an eye on my health. You know what else I haven't done? I haven't eaten. I know, all the things you do on the fly that you shouldn't be doing on the fly. Maybe a bit of healing is a good idea. Let's do that. Alright, let's put a bit more wind on this guy. And we'll put a bit more rock. So arrow and I think it's called stone. Stone 2, there we go. I know, I've got to get my rhythm back. How's that music doing to my voice? Probably not a great thing. Let's turn that down while I'm working on this. There we go. A bit more wind because it's getting lower. So basically your fates and things like this, actually maybe I should heal my bird too. There we go. Fates and things like this are good if you're running things like your healers. It gives you a chance to practice your DPSing, but it also gives you a chance, if you bring your bird along, to practice your healing as well, and to practice looking and paying more attention to other things on the board, especially if you're used to just being a DPS or tanking. Tanks have a lot of other things to look after, but healers, I find it useful to do this kind of thing, this kind of fate. The other thing it's useful for is if we drop down into our challenge logs and into fates, you'll see that we're working our way towards another 1,000 gil and another 25,000 XP, which is always kind of sort of just a little bit handy. And if we go up to battles and we drop on down to our bosom buddies and bosom buddies 2, you'll see that we're heading towards some companion XP and another 2,000 gold. And by getting those completed, we go down to our complete tab. When we get 5 unique challenges complete, we'll get another 10 grand, and so on and so forth. So it's not a bad little earning exercise to help you save up for that gear that you need, but it's also a good XP exercise to help you level up a little bit better. Customer be welcome. Not customer. Not come with custom. Bring something for Tataroon. I did. I bring a scarlet earring for you, my friend. Tataroon, forget this. Forget our brothers. Tataroon swore would never forget earring, but never forgot. Tataroon, thank. Tataroon, thank. Good Buskaroon doing good? Good Buskaroon good to Tataroon. Tataroon miss good Buskaroon. Right. Ooh, what have we got? Some headgear? Is it any of it better than... No, because we've run on ahead and got better gear. There we go. Radio. Well, let's see what else good Tetaroon would like. Microbrewing. Is that legal, Tetaroon? Good Buskaroon help Tetaroon. Tetaroon dead without good Buskaroon. Must give thankies. Many, many thankies. Tetaroon make chicken firewater for Buskaroon. Buskaroon love firewater. You help Tetaroon make firewater? Need thingies to make. Need many, many thingies. Oh no. Need curl pup whiskers. Need 3 good curl pup whiskers. Well, firstly, Tets, that is not many. And secondly, it's not a thingy. It's a bit of a beast. Just go fetch me 3 curl pup whiskers. You know, from the big giant cats with tentacles by the lake. Oh. What is it with birds? Go peck on the kitty cat. Ooh, I am not picking on that kitty cat. That kitty cat is way too big for me. Oh, it's not a kitty cat? It's a kobold. Well, that's not much better. Aid the Salthounds in driving back the Beastmen, defeating their commander. You know, last time I did this... Oh, 1 second left? Well, maybe we won't help with that one. Last time I did this, I got murderated in a very large way by lots of angry kobolds who did not like getting winded and rocked. I know. Where was their sense of adventure? Oh, dear. What are you fighting over there? Oops. Well, how about I concentrate on the fight that's over here? I'm just curious. It looks like he's... Okay, he's about to die. That's fine. Maybe there's an invisible adventurer in a slightly different instance over there. Well, if you think you can do it... Bird, you take out that one. Well done. I didn't watch what I was doing. Did I stand in the orange? I stood in the orange. Oh, wait. No, we did... Look. Sunstorm, here's breakfast. There you go. Beetles are good for little budgies. Wait, you're a veggie. You eat plenty of beetles with your Geisel greens, I tell you. There we go. Alrighty, up we go. Is that our curl pups? Curl pup whiskers? Yes. So some main story quests take a little bit longer to do than others. Some of them involve hours of waiting for a dungeon to pop. Okay, not always, but some days it's a bit quiet over here on Zurban, or actually in Materia. So they recently announced in the keynote speech, the very very long keynote speech, which I didn't catch live, but I did catch. Where am I? Lost. Um, he's found a home. That over in Japan and North America and Europe, that they were going to actually draw people for their dungeons, for Dungeon Finder and that from across the different worlds in one of the upcoming patches, if not the patch that's just dropped, which is fantastic. But Materia only has one world, and so there's no one for us to join with to alleviate this particular problem of waiting for dungeons. So maybe one day they'll join us with either Japan or North America or Europe, or even give us as an option for for everybody. That would be cool. But yeah, it is a bit of a wait, and if you're on a quiet world, it can be a while, even for a healer. You brought all thingies? Teteroon make firewater now. Make good firewater for good Buscaroon. Teteroon start making firewater now. Good firewater take time. Time, more good. You come back later. I am not coming back later, bird. Oh, right, this later? I can come back this later. Like fine wine, Teteroon appears to have finished his gift for Buscaron. Teteroon make firewater. Good firewater. You take to Buscaroon. Good firewater for good Buscaroon. Tell Buscaroon no drink now. Tell put away 1 year. 1 year make best flavor. Ah, Teteroon help Buscaroon. Hopes Buscaroon happy. Teteroon gives Buscaroon thankies. Many thankies. You tell Buscaroon. Teteroon make big shop someday. Biggest shop in Eosia. Make many sparklies. All thanks to good Buscaroon. That's why I was wondering why I was saying Buscaroon instead of Buscaron. It's because of Teteroon. Teteroon says it. Oh, that bird is determined to make my ability with names to be worse than it usually is. Off to Quarry Mill. Because it's a little bit shorter from Quarry Mill to Buscaron's Druthers than it is from Camp Tranquil to Buscaron's Druthers. Man, eventually I am going to know the names of all these places and be able to just pull them into my head like nobody's business. Let's go for let's go for a sprint. I'm playing keyboard and mouse, if you're wondering. I like playing keyboard and mouse. Mostly because I don't have a controller. I don't own one. But also because this is what I'm used to. I'm used to playing this way. So yeah. So like all my games, this is played purely vanilla. Actually, it should be because it's terms of service too. So, yeah. And all the mistakes are mine. I can't blame anything going wrong on a mod. Which is why I don't have them, because I can't fix them. Buscaron. Ah, you've returned. Thank you for seeing to Teteroon's belongings to him. What's this? For me? Yep, got you some Chacern firewater, my friend. Chacern firewater? So he remembers my fondness for the drink, does he? Why that? Oh, bloody hells, who's cutting onions back here? He says to shelve it for a year, does he? Aye, that sounds about right. I hate to have to wait, but I reckon it'll be worth it. This stuff has an aroma and body unlike any other drink I know. It's going to be a long year. What say you come back then, friend? We'll see if we can't make it through this bottle together. I'm not sure I'm game to take him up on that, but hey, you only live once. Alright, iron scale fingers, cotton braces, and okay, we have definitely upped our gear. Buscaron. Selfish concerns. If Buscaron had his druthers, he'd have an adventurer with whom to share talk of sylphs. There was word while you were away. Sylphs were seen in the wood, but near no lands of their own. No, this was a place near to here, a place we've never known a sylph to come. Something must have given them cause to venture this far. More than like, the missing sylphs' elders among them. Here, I've marked the tract where they were sighted on your map. Go see if there's anything to be seen. I'd like to say he's a man of few words, but he really isn't. Bit of a chatterbox, is old Busk. But he is a barkeep, and you don't want a silent, grouchy barkeep. Kind of wrecks the flavour of what you're drinking. You want a happy, chatty one, but not too chatty, because too chatty also wrecks the flavour of what you're drinking. Okay, destination. You want a bartender that's just right. Third cohort Decurion. These guys are tough, aren't they? Let's wipe him out. Oh, okay, he's not that tough. Sonny, did you do that to my Decurion? You did, you bent him. Oh dear. Broken. Send him back to Garlemald for repairs. I know, we broke him. Okay, they obviously only sent me one Decurion to wreck. Let's see if we can find another one. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Little metal man in the forest, not supposed to be here. Oh, right. Destination. Huh. No, not here either. Well, alright, let's wander off this way. It is 5:30 in the morning here. It is so quiet. Let's go. Oh, look, I see sparklies. Tadaroon would be beside himself. He likes sparklies. Probably not these ones, though. Oh, he might like these ones. It's got a good view. Right. Kid trap. Are we going to be kicking it with the kid traps? Let's find out. That looks like the right fate. Oh, look. Fate. How many? We've got 13 minutes. That popped just for me. Awesome. Oh, no, I'm not that special. It pops very regularly. Chances of running into it are quite good. And once again, we practice our DPSing. Here's our destination up there. We're not that far off. Alright, we don't want to go too far into there because they spawn. And we don't want to be spawned on top of because they're a little bit aggro, these plants. They're here for a reason. The upper paths have become tangled with ked traps. Slice your way through the seedkin before they choke the life from the forest. Right, and that's not all they choke the life from. They like to choke the life out of adventurers too. They're a little bit unfriendly that way. When did you come? We must be pretty close to that spawn. Oh wow, we're right on top of it. You know how I said don't be on top of the spawn? Yeah. Fortunately, these ones aren't inclined to attack us, so we're doing okay. Oh, that one might be inclined. Right in front of him. Now he's inclined. What did we do? We upset the nice little plant person. That's alright, he was going to eat our face anyway. See? Look at those teeth. Little chitter-chatter teeth on it. I love the animations in this game. Oh, don't stand there. Budgie, what did I say about not standing there? Rightio. I wonder if we could turn that thing into a salad. I don't know, turnabout's fair play. It tried to eat me. Now I'm eating it with a bit of vinaigrette and mayo and, possibly some of those almonds thrown in, a little bit of apple. Be delicious. All right, are you a spell chucker? You are a spell chucker. Let's put a bit of wind on you. Ah, you're a mean pasty. All right, I'm going to let the bird deal with that one. See, this is also a good exercise in teamwork. Ow, bird to the face. Oh, man, I thought I could do that only in one other game. All right, Sunstorm, you did good, budgie. You did good. Let's go. So this is a Realm Reborn. Some people find it a little bit slow, but really it takes the time to introduce you to a lot of the mechanics in the game that you're going to need to know later on. Right, no, we don't go that way. And it also introduces you, it gives you a very thorough introduction to the base areas. You spend enough time running them that you should know them by the back of your hand by the time you're done. Which is good because then you can fly over all the bits you learned and get to places quicker because you'll know what it looks like on the ground. So was there aught to be found in the wood? What did you come to? Garleans? In this part of the Twelves Wood? Huh? First sylphs and now Garleans, all in the same place. It cannot be mere coincidence. Might the Garleans be following the sylphs, tracking them, or giving chase mayhap? But no, not this far into the forest. The whalers' spies everywhere. Imperials could never have stolen past them all. How in the bloody hells could they, unless someone guided them through? Someone who knew where the spies stand and when the whalers watch? A Gridanian traitor. Uh-oh. Alright, what do we got? Goatskin breeches, cotton kecks, level 22. We're still less than what we got. I should probably check and see what level gear I've got on. So, okay, 41, 31. So really we're looking for 31 on the body, anything more than 31 on the body, anything more than 40 or 41 everywhere else. Gotcha. We're not that far off it. Nouveau riche. Buscaron has more work for a willing adventurer. He does he? I'm sure he does. I'm glad you've come, friend. There's something I want to talk to you about. I said I thought we might have a traitor in our midst? Someone as was aiding the Garleans. Well, I'm thinking I may have identified our suspect. There's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup and sip his pint on account of not being able to afford another. But of late, he's taken to ordering my best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay my hands on. Were he a merchant, I'd probably think nothing of it, but this lad's a wood whaler. And wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin. By chance I was musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Garleans in the forest, and I couldn't help putting two and two together. Suffice it to say, if a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us is safe. The lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Laurentius. Last I heard, oh, fiddlesticks. He was, out in the woods. You need to go find him. I know, sorry, I had my finger on the mouse button and clicked when I didn't mean to. Hazard of keyboard and mouse. Let's go. I do that occasionally. I try not to do it when I'm trying to give you guys the story, but whoops, my bad. Alright, let's go find young Laurentius. So what I'm doing is I'm navigating by the mini-map up here in the corner. And you can see where you are in relation. We're looking for that lovely fiery quest symbol over here. Can you not see I'm on patrol? Be gone. If you have business with the whalers, take it to the barracks. Really? You rude little mungbean. Let's go find you again. Laurentius. Not long now. Huh. To think patrol routes and rations would fetch such a price. No more than I deserve, though. 'Tis little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If only the whalers paid men their worth. You! What did you... How long have you... Help! 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 Please, come quick, my friends. It is I, Laurentius. I am under attack. I was not attacking you, but I can rectify that in a minute. And I thought you said friend. Looks like they don't value you that much if they've only sent one. Now, Laurentius, you and I need to have a chat. How did you just I know nothing. I was on patrol. He just appeared. I thought you were working for the Galileans. He just You lying little toad. I believe there's a fate. And it's on the way to where we need to go next. That's even better. Let's go. Make some healer mischief. All right. What? Oh, yes. Well, first we need to level sync. Now we can make some healer mischief. We got a whole 14 minutes to demolish these guys. Let's make the most of it. No, how about we kill the one in front of us, seeing as we very cleverly shifted off it. Get him, bird. If we can keep them up this way, we won't risk them moving out of our out of the edge. One of the problems with this fate is if you are a Malay and you chase them too far this way, you'll end up off the edge of the fate, and then you have to reset. It just needs to be a little bit bigger so you can get up the side here to where they're hiding. Will you stop stabbing me? Here, have a rock to the face. And some wind for your friend. And we'll move on to the next one. Bird, your job is not done. Don't start relaxing now. Let's get his friend. So what I'm doing is I'm relying on my teammates and my my bird to finish off what I've mostly killed. And the wind, sorry, the arrow spell. If they're not dealing you with too much damage, you can rely on the arrow spell to take them down. I don't think we're quite... So there, so what we've done is we've arrowed all of them. And now we're just going to rock them. And we're going to let the wood whalers do their magic. And move our way back through them. Maybe not that one. That's a wind sprite. We do not want that thing joining the fray. Alright. The trick is not to take on too many at once. Otherwise you will be a sad little panda because you'll be dead. Okay, well you probably won't be that sad then, in that case. Alright, we're just going to take out one or two more, and then the rest of them should turn tail and run and leave our wood whaler friends alone. We just won't stop shifting target until they're gone. There we go. Where did my bird go? Will you stop chasing the nice bandits, bird? Get your furry little tail back here. Come on. There you are. Yet don't start it. That kid trap is not salad ready. Alright, make sure we're not in Duty Finder, which we should have been actually, but anyway, because we should have been leveling. Duty calls. Commence battle for Nouveau Riche. Level sync is in effect. If you're above the maximum allowed level, it will be synced as follows. How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagine I've done? Enough! Enough, I say! Wow. It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I. I meant no harm, I only wanted the coin. The whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. Am proud. But they do not provide. They preach justice, honour, duty. But in the end, it is those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes, and took it. All I've done for money, endangered myself, my home, everything and everyone I love. Why, my actions have put your life in danger too. He is so not sorry, is he? Yeah, definitely not sorry. That is the face of a not sorry man. though you do not yet realize how much. Bloody idiot. Did you imagine that you had cornered me? It is not I who's cornered. Ghanaians, I've brought the Vieira bitch. Wow. Hey, ow, I don't believe I read that out loud. Permit me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe they can challenge the power of Garlemald? You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fund such an endeavour. Such is the cost of fighting great power, or of making it, or of remaking it, as we will Gridania. Right. So that's the way of it. Swapped your hard bunk at the barracks for a featherbed in Garlemald, did you? Oh, you there, Vieira. You stand here at old Busk's wish, no? Then you don't stand alone. Ah, that nice bandit is helping me. Weren't we beating up his people a minute ago? Alright. Let's take it back a little bit. I know this is so much easier with the tank. Let's put a little bit of wind on Busk. Oh, not Busk, Laurentius. And then we'll take out the guy that's taking us out. This time, we don't have our bird with us, so we're not so tough. Alright, a few more on Buscaron. Oh, not, oh, sorry, Legless Laurentius. And we're not doing the most damage here, so what we want to do is make sure that our fellows aren't, put a bit of wind on that. Move. Quick wind on that one. Move. Alright, they should all be wind. Let's, oh, maybe I should heal myself. That's probably a good idea. Alright, then we take out the trash. Let's go. Whoa, don't stand there. Refresh the wind. Keep an eye on the health of our fellows. Might as well finish him off. I'm just going to put one more wind on Legless. And I'm going to heal this guy up. And then we're going to go over here. We're going to... Not in range. Well, I can fix that. Alright, looks like they're taking out the Malay stuff easily enough. We'll take out the stuff that's peeking on them out from a distance. Legless again. We'll refresh that wind. Might just grab my stinger and heal him. We'll grab this stinger over here and we'll... The gutter, sorry. Man, these guys insist on standing in stupid. It is annoying. Let's refresh the wind on Laurentius. Takes a little bit longer, I think, than with the Malay thing. Oh, not that much longer, come to think of it. And we're done. So, impossible. How did you best the Empire's finest? And with bandits and poachers at your side. They are your sworn enemies. Why do you fight? Why do they fight with you and not against you? Ah, but I know the answer only too well. Buscaron. This is his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act. Better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? Oh, now you're sorry. Uh-huh. I am sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies, no more bribes. I will go to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There is something I would like you to tell Buscaron. Tell him Laurentius the Fool says thank you. I feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes. A likely story, my friend. But hey, maybe. I know, there's a part of me that wants to believe. And then the part that's been hit with a reality stick too often says, we shall see. Well, let's go. I love this area. Look at it. It's beautiful. Except for, maybe a few hundred monsters that probably need to be defanged. But anyway, I guess they live in the forest too. Buscaron. Hi. I, Laurentius, confessed to his crimes. I just had word from the Twin Adder. Seems he marched straight into the nest and gave himself up. The lad's had quite a life, His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. As a young man, he joined the whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he'd known growing up. Trouble is, protecting Gridania's too big a job for one man, and he came to believe that he couldn't make a difference, that it was hopeless. There are a few things more dangerous than a desperation, and a man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow he'd failed to grasp one simple truth, that those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. Eh? He asked you to thank me, did he? Well, then there's good in him then. Good in him yet. I just hope them at the Adder's Nest are able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I'd like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. Let us leave fates to the 12. I have other news for you, Mistwalker. The Sylph Elder has been found. Ooh, let's go. Buscaron, into the Beast's Maw. Buscaron has reliable information regarding the whereabouts of the Sylph Elder. He does he? Oh, hello, Trouble and Trouble. It's taken us a fair old while, but we finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. Ahem. His name is Phrixio, and he is the elder amongst the Sylphs of Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gridanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them. A small leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment. And bridges are of no use if you don't know where they are. That's why it's so important that we find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called the 1,000 Moors of Toto-rak here in the South Shroud. 'Twas by the entrance to the place that Phrixio was seen, and not long ago neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help. Needs help to help Elder One. Poor Phrixio. Poor Phrixio. Oh dear. What do we got? My voice is going to you guys, sorry. Whoa, hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong. Nice and slow. Elder One went into toto-rak, but has not returned. This one is worried, so very worried. And you're right to be. That place fair crawls with nasties waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the 7 hells was he thinking, entering that bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial ones were chasing Elder One. Please, walking ones must help Elder One. Help Elder One now. Ah, the fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Phrixio is our best hope of reaching an accord with the Sylphs. Were we to lose him, all our efforts thus far will have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Ida, make haste to the Adder's Nest and request assistance. Understood. Mistwalker, go to the 1,000 Moors of toto-rak and see that Phrixio comes to no harm. Peace between man and sylph rests upon your success. Rightio, so no pressure then. Let's go. The 1,000 Moors of toto-rak. Doesn't that sound like a friendly place? We should take beach umbrellas and those little drinks with umbrellas in them, just to match. Or possibly I should just take my staff and cane and be ready to give things a fair whacking as we go. Let's go find out which it's going to be. Beach chairs and umbrella drinks? Or, by order of the Elder Seedseer, the dungeon known as the 1,000 Moors of toto-rak has been placed under the control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside? And you're sure of this? How in the 7 hells did he manage to sneak by? God strike me down for a purblind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to fiends within. Entrance to toto-rak is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray, assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you're ready. The 1,000 moors of toto-rak are now accessible. A new regular... Where do you think you're going, bird? Get your fluffy tail back here. A new entry has been added to Duty Finder. Right, so we should have already been hooked into leveling, but I forgot, and I shouldn't, but I did. Into the 1,000 moors of toto-rak. We won't clear the selection. We will join the selection. Whoa, that was very, very swift. Very swift. Wow, that's awesome. Okay. Ooh. All right, now this is a bit of an intro. I don't think we're going to miss too much if I skip it, but look at this. You get a good feel for the dungeon. Okay, it's very short. Let's skip this bit. Shorten it a little bit more. Say hello to our fellow adventurers. Oh, way to go. All right, where's my tank? There's my tank. So I love this part of the dungeon. I need to get my sprint on. I may not talk to you guys very much because we need to keep our tank alive. Our tank is a very important person. So are our DPS, but anyway. Okay, we're not going to have time to do that. Focus on the tank. Don't run ahead, please, please, please. 7 straight up. What do you think you're doing? Please don't go down there. Alright. Okay, I was about to say I can start DPSing now, but they killed them all. Ah, well, what level are they? So hit O. Okay, we've got a couple of high levels in. And some not so high levels. I didn't take a good enough look to tell you which was which. Okay, he's going to keep running. Then I better keep running. I know he's irritating those bugs. Oh god, he isn't. Oh, he so is. I'm going to just go over here. And we're going to hit that 7. Notice I didn't come off the tank during that run. Because they kick off the fight so quick that you're likely to lose them if you do. Grab that tank again. Because he's going to go and get himself into trouble. Okay, we can do a bit of DPSing here. We don't need to be right in on top of him. We do need to be quick on the Asuna. Oh, hang on, I can't Asuna that? No, I can't. Well, that's irritating. If it's got a thick white bar above it, you can Asuna it. Let's use a bit of 4, which is our Medica, and heals everybody. It only does a little bit of healing, so alright, we're going to grab that treasure coffer just in case there's gear in that we need. We don't need that, we'll pass on it. We need to sprint because our tank is getting himself into trouble again. Click on the tank. Oh no, you are so not. You are so. No, come back here, you maniac. I can't heal you round a corner. Or when I'm trying to run. Oh dear god. 7. Swift cast and 7. 7. Now I can't do that again for a little bit, so hopefully he doesn't rely on that happening too much. No dent in my tank. Hey, I got a little bit of DPSing in. Back on the tank. Find my sprint. My sprint is not ready yet. Oh god, I hope his sprint is not ready. Ah, thank you, Bard. Now, can I run past the treasure coffer and open it without compromising my tank? Yes, I can. Now I need to sprint. Okay, I don't like being behind the tank as a healer. That is a very bad place to be. And 7. I'm not healing him. I know. Always make sure you're on the tank. The minute you come off the tank, you risk the tank. But if you can DPS, which means you have to come off the tank to do that. Alright, now we're going to keep an eye on everybody because everyone is prone to getting poisoned here. Best way to save our tank is to do some DPS. Let's get some 4 going. A little bit of Medica. A little bit more Medica. Back onto the tank because he's facing numbers. Okay, he's fine. Click that open. Alrighty. Where's my tank? Yeah, there's no time to do treasure at the moment. I need my sprint. So yeah, so it's really easy if you just use this patch up here in the top corner to target when you're healing. Okay, where's he going? Because we don't understand where he is. On the tank? Yeah. And heal. Because it's embarrassing when you heal yourself by mistake. I've done it often enough. We have a really good team, don't we? They are awesome. We're taking them down like nobody's business. Back on the tank. And don't stop because he is going to get himself murdered if he do. Nope, I can't get it. And 7. And 7. And 7. And swift cast 7. Sugar. Oh, I know. That was me. Come on. And heal. Him up. There goes my DPS. I know, I swift cast healed too slow and then I didn't have my swift cast for my race. Sorry guys. And right, we have some very good DPS. That was a 4, that needed to be a 7. I know, I'm ashamed I did not keep up with that. I know, you feel it when you lose one and it's like you just feel it. Alright, here we go. Now this is a very short cutscene. I think we can skip most of it. Let's find. Oh, okay, no we can't.
Darkness.
These guys, we hate these guys. The
The
mighty slayer of Ifrit comes now to me. With countenance that bespeaks understanding, an intriguing power, the echo must needs choose my words with care.
If I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue.
We meet at last. Okay, let's kind of get this quicker because I don't want to hold these guys up too much.
I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale.
Truly
it is
absorbing.
A tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime.
And it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The dark minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the
ether, the echo.
Yours is a most fascinating Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Okay. I know. I don't want to hold them up too long, but I don't want you guys to miss the story.
The
it's
presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Let's go. Alrighty. I know, last time I cut a scene shot, we missed the bit where she didn't get done by Ifrit. Alright, that's it. Let's go. And he walks away. Thank you guys for waiting. Not every team does. So we're actually fairly lucky. We need to keep an eye on a sooner with this one, because we're going to have guys who are going to be affected by poison. Sorry, what am I doing? Rocking. Let's go. I know I'm watching mostly up here. Okay, put the wind back on. Grab our tank. Heal our tank. He doesn't need it. Actually, he does not need it at all. He's pretty good. We have a really good tank. Not so great healer, I have to add. But anyway. Alright, skip that bit. I think we need to give player commendations to our tank. And we also... Oh. We also need to... I mean, I know it's a hard toss-up because we had some really good DPS too. Some amazing DPS. Alright. Picked up some treasure, that's it. I didn't even get to tell them good game, thank you. Oh, guys, I don't know why you're commending me. I let someone die. I did. I'm so sorry. Alright, here we go. That was a really good team though. They brought those enemies down real quick. I've seen people struggle with that. Ah, finally! Fresh air! Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, Sinister One is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Frixia, do you always talk to yourself? I mean, I do, but, you know. Did Walking One vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of Little Solace. Oh. Flashback. Oh, that's not good. Oh, Laurentius, you've got a lot to answer for. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at last call, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all. Where is that accursed icon hiding? No sign of our wizened friend? I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order the search perimeter to be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gredanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramu will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be in reasonably good health when last I looked. Apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion, were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness, better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Yikes. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Huh, useless. We are so close to completion. I can fair taste it, but at this rate... No, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes, though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? And that alone were you right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright, that Lord Van Baelsar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. He's a happy boy, isn't he? Oh dear. Those walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Norexia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. Wow. Does walking one not feel unwell? This one would know. What brings walking one to this place? Came to this one's rescue at Noraxia's bidding, then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Walking one has questions about Lord Ramu, then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. Yes, please, the stench is somewhat awful in here. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside. Awesome. Oh man. So the story, if you take the time to actually go through and watch the cutscenes and just get a gist of the story is quite good. That you're taking part in the rescue of various aspects of your world, and yeah, it's just like what I do now is when I'm playing off screen is I will very often skip a lot of the screens to just out of courtesy to the group that I'm with. Although seeing it again, hearing that story again, for this second time really, all of it is actually really good. There are parts of it I've forgotten that I need to refresh. Thank the gods for that. I don't rightly know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Frixio didn't come to any harm. Ah, but there I go tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure us peace with the Sylphs before aught else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send word to our friends of Charlane and the Twin Adder both. You've done Gridania great service this day, lass, and earned yourself a place of honour here at the Druthers in so doing. Be sure and come by whenever you feel like a drop of Chikern firewater. Oh man, that man is Chikern firewater. He's going to be the death of us. What do we got? Iron Scale Mail, Cotton Trappers. So these are level 24 gear. So we'll take the silver. So we can buy, level 50 gear later, maybe. A simple gift. Buscaron has something he wants delivered to the Sylphs. Say, friend, there's something I'd like to ask you to see delivered to the Sylphs of Little Solace. This is Azema Rose Oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of their tribe's elder, and a token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep the wood safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together, and the 12s would with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of the hope that both Gridanian and Sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. All right, let's go. What do we got? Deliver the Azema Rose Oil to Nalexia. Let's go to the Hawthorn Hut. Boom. Now, did we do that tiresome lev that we have to do to unlock the levs here? I know, we did. Awesome. Well, in that case, let's grab the bird. We can't fly, can we? Nope, we definitely cannot fly. Radio. I know. I don't think we want to go that. Well, we can go this way. We can go this way. We just run through the bramble patch and out the other side. Mind the thorns. If there's anything worse than a bird to the face, it's a thorn to the face. Unless the bird has a sharp pointy beak, in which case they're on a path. Alrighty, let's go. Nalexia, you made it. A gift from Walking One Buscaron? A gift for these ones? Yes, a gift for these ones. Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking One Buscaron and Adventuring One are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many walking ones are scary. Many walking ones utter many lies and such deception. But this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. All right, friends forever. Nope, we'll grab these silver pieces. Well, and what we'll do is we'll take a quick break and we're going to go and grab these bugs. Hi, have a breeze. Oh, no. I do not want a breeze in return. Thank you for the offer. And again, oh, there you are. I know, I should be practicing my slide step as well, so I can do better. And there's one over there. Hello. Oh. I did not move in time. Ow. Maybe I should move first. Move and cast. Cast and move. One of those. That's a slide step. And it's a useful skill to have if you can get it down right. Why is my auto-targeter not targeting my gnat? It's right there. Whoops. Now it's right here. I know. I must have got the settings slightly wrong for the auto-targeter. I haven't changed them from the original, but they don't quite target everything you're just facing at. Sometimes it gets a bee and it's wanted about something else it thinks you should be attacking. Beautiful. Okay. Did we pick up any gear from that last dungeon? No. Not for this class anyway. We may have, I don't think we even picked up anything for the thaumaturge. Oh no, we did. Let me just jump out of here for a minute. Seeing as that fate respawns straight away, we'll just jump right out and then we'll jump back into White Mage and go and kick that bug's tail. Wait for the fight music to finish because it won't let us change classes while we're being pursued. Go on, go away. I'm not in your fate zone. Thank you. Now we go. I know, I think I chose the exact wrong moment to change. Right. Let's go deal with this. No, we're not teleporting. What are you thinking? Right. Now you and I can have a little chat, bug. I know we probably could have taken them on as a thaumaturge, but I know that was terribly done. Let's go. I think I was a little bit slow. Yeah, there we go. So this should help us with those fates in our challenge book. The radio. Okay. I know. What was that about? Let's talk to Camuxio. Hello. Camuxio wants you to discuss peace with Frixio. He does he? So are we going to level? We are probably going to level that one up a bit more. This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. Here we are. Hello. This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, here we are, Papalimo and Ida. Ah, there you are, Mistwalker. We've just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Not quite got his voice. Ah, the walking ones who aided Norexia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you do not mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into toto-rak. Would that this one had not. In toto-rak, a sinister one robed in black tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. A sinister one robed in black. Why do I have a feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Elder Frixio, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seedseer. This one sees. So, walking ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes. Your people summoned the Lord of Leven but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seedseer wrote to you. This one knows and respects a horned one Kan e Senna. Be assured, like walking ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. Oh no. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how. So this one fled to Little Solace with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as walking ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, walking ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. Oh, right. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, these ones desired peace with walking ones of Gridania, and so these ones asked for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the Sylphs, Ramu's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. That explains why they're so hostile toward trespassers. But what about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered Sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold, a timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder Frixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Kani Senna. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. That Sylph Elder's very reasonable, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Oh, she did not. Was that a jibe? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. These two. Papa Limo. No, oh dear. Anyway, we were going to head back to the Waking Sands and tell Minfilia all about it. Fear not. We will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this, and while we see to that, we should appreciate it if you would deliver Frixio's missive to the Adder's Nest. Elder Frixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. Aw. The honor is this one's. Together, let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Please wait, Walking One Mistwalker. This one has yet to give Walking One a token of this one's appreciation. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon Walking One as a symbol of these one's trust. Wow. I'm so looking forward to exploring all of the stories that lie ahead. Again, just it'll be good. It's like, yeah, reading a good book a second time. This one was not mistaken about Walking One. Walking One is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. Oh, really? A brilliant light from within Walking One enveloped the crystal. This one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to Walking One. Walking One must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before Walking One returns to Gridania, this one would ask Walking One to watch Touched Ones. So long as Touched Ones are not troubled, Touched Ones will not make trouble. Oh, whoops. If Walking One witnesses Touched Ones making no trouble, mayhap Walking One can testify to Walking Ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for Touched Ones. All right, we can do this for you. Let's find out. Let's go. It's like this is the beginning of a really long novel, I think. And the setup takes a little bit. But watch this. This is awesome. Just make sure we're in that little gold light or little white light. / lookout, all one word, and enter. Give it a minute. There we go. Look at this. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. There you go. How cool is that? But yeah, this game is so pretty. I know. Eventually, I will get to working on the costume, the look of the character. We do have some gear we could glam, but I'd rather chase the story, to be honest. Where are we going? Deliver Frixio's message to Vorsail Hulwa. Where does my return take me? New Gridania. That's awesome. Let's do that. Rightio. What did we end up choosing a faction for Mistwalker? We did, didn't we? What was it? Maelstrom radio. We've got a way to go. We have all of these classes to bring up, but we're going to do that piecemeal. Sometimes I like trying to bring them up together. Sometimes I bring them up one at a time until I have to wait for a dungeon, and then I bring up the next one, which is pretty much what we're doing here with this one. We do want the carpenter's one to start with. I think that's the kicker. Você Hua for crafting. Sorry, my bad. Ah, if it isn't Mistwalker, how went the meeting with the Sylphs? Well, they sent you a letter for the Elder. A missive from the Sylph Elder himself, if I may. So the Sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramu. And so long as we leave the Tempered Ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The Elder Seeds here will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs have welcomed our overtures, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources toward tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You've done this nation a great service. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. Awesome. Okay, and back from the wood, Commander Hua appears to have more to say. Now, if I remember rightly, this unlocks something, but I can't remember what. The Sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pained the Elder Seedseer to no end. But owing to your efforts, she'll be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the Scions of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicions and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Oh, speaking of whom. Hello? Hello, Mistwalker. Can you hear me? It is I, Minfilia. Ida and Papalimo returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done! Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Hey, who said that to me recently? Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. All right, let's go. Okay. We are going... Oh, why are we running? We should just tap on this. First, though... Oh, we did check for gear. That's right. Right, we're good. So you can generally overlevel just by doing your main story quests. And I'm really itching to do some of those side quests, but oh, here we go. Yeah, this is an unlock. Let me just grab a drink. Okay. All right, Nedrick Ironheart. Going for gold. Oh no. Nedrick knows of a place where a skilled adventurer might hone her skills. I can't take 2 steps around this place without hearing Mistwalker this or Mistwalker that. Why, it's as if you're some kind of God's damned hero. But I jest, even I can see that you're just itching to find a new battleground to hone your skills. Fortunately, I know just the place, the Aurum Vale. Head southwest through the central highlands of Curthus, and seek out a man named Willie Elmus, and tell him that Nedrick sent you. Rightio. I like it. We have a new dungeon, hopefully. Oh, Tataru? Well, if it isn't my favourite adventurer, welcome back, Mistwalker. Lady Minfilia awaits you within the solar. Please enter at your leisure. Oh, she's such a sweetie. All right, enter the Waking Sands? Yes. I'm given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved. No, that's the wrong voice for him. I fear resolved bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim. Yet I am well satisfied that the Lord of Leven will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough. Thancred is sparing no effort. They are many and one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. Ah, I've been meaning to ask, but is Elisee quite well? I feel as if I've scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't, and nor have I, alas. Elisee has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldessian report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed? Why do you ask? You scarcely need my permission to act. Alphino, hello. That was a little smile. He'd better be careful. I know, she's like, what was that about? It is good to see you again, Mistwalker. I have been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelfthwood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can strike Ramu from the list. So who's next? The Sahagin and Leviathan? Oh dear. The Lord of the World has not answered his minion's call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices, for a time at least. For a time bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Ishtola says, unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? The maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long, you may depend upon it. Indeed. So then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with Gridania. Wait, I mean Garuda. Who is the primal of the Ixal who live near Gridania? Yes, that's what I meant. So many moms to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, we should not have long have waited for a more practicable solution. She's not wrong there. Ah, where in the world are you, Chief? But one sure step at a time. Henceforth the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylphs, under the sage guidance of the Seedseers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You have earned it. 3, 2, 1. Nope, we're good. For a minute, I thought that door was going to burst open with another emergency. Is there something else, Mistwalker? Well, you see, when I rescued... Beg pardon? A man named La Habrea, sporting a red mask and robed in black? 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Ascians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. No, I've got her voice wrong again, I'm sorry. We must take advantage of all of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to think... I can't do that. Shriek! Taru! Is this Noraxia? A sylph in Thanalan? At long last, this one finds walking one, Mistwalker. This one is most dependable of these ones, is sent by Elder One Frixio to help walking ones. The look on Babalimo's face. This one is called Noraxia. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. Pleasure to meet you, Noraxia. Enter the Waking Sands, which we've done. Let's go. Right, now what are we doing? We are speaking with Willie Elmas at the Aurum Vale. No, we're not. We're speaking with Minfilia. Again? Oh, again. Here we go. Enter the Solar. All right. Yes, Tataru is as ready to express her fright as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see ours continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, Mistwalker, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yet a darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Ascians' presence, but that they have grown so brazen as to carry out their work in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. Oh dear. Quest complete. Back from the wood. Let's have a quick chit-chat. Shadow of Darkness. Minfilia would have you investigate the mysterious La Brea. I am afraid there's no rest for the weary, Mistwalker. We must delve further into the motivations of the masked man, the Ascian known as La Brea. This is an ideal moment to do so, while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. At present, we know little and less about the Ascians, only that destruction follows in their wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that racks the realm. If my fears prove to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flames responded to the effect that they have information on a potential sighting. This is intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak with Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Ul'dah to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter, I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, Mistwalker. All right. Well, speak with Swift at the Hall of Flames. Let's go. I know, we need to also do this. Actually, what quest is that? Only you can prevent forest ire. Level 35. We really need that. That's actually really handy. And we're starting to get into higher level dungeons too. And we haven't unlocked our PvP yet. Not that I know anything about PvP, because in 2,500 hours of play, I've avoided it like the plague. So I should probably work to learn a little bit. Swift, Flame Commander. The masked man? Ah, you come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes, as we've already relayed to Lady Minfilia, there has been a sighting of this rogue near about eastern Thanalan. A brass blade stationed at High Bridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Chikern. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair share of travellers. Folk are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse than to speak with a merchant named Hihibaru. The fellow's always starved of customers, but he'd no doubt welcome your attention, whether or not you have coin or the mind to spend it. Okay. I know I'm torn now between pursuing the main story quest and actually getting some skills up for my white mage. Let's drop that up here. That's sure cast. What's this? Presence of mind reduces cast time and recast and auto attack. Let's leave that there. So what have we got? Arrow, stone, medica. Cure 2. I have both of these on the main hotbar until we're a much higher level, because when you're switching between higher and lower level dungeons, you want to kind of have this here. You just have to not push on the wrong button when you're in a low heal situation. You got to remember 7 is your basic cure and 6 is your main cure. I have the limit break up here. Healers rarely need it, but if you're doing a DPS, you will need to have it there, particularly if you're melee DPS. You are expected to use limit break at opportune moments. Don't use it when the boss is casting a massive attack. Wait till he's done and then smack him with it. Otherwise, you get interrupted and you'll waste your thing. I have been known to mistime it, so I obviously need to be a little bit more aware of that myself. So we've got our beacon down here. I can't go about waving to people. That's a bit sad. I might have to fix that later. Let's sort that out. Check our weapon coffer. We've got level 18 and level 21. I think we're actually a higher level with our mage. We'll just check. Yeah, 38 and 40. We could probably go buy some more gear, but I might hold off. We do have a little bit of coinage to cash in. Rightio. So what I'm thinking is, before we head on out to Highbridge, we might deal with some of our white mage quests and get some of that done. So we'll zippity-doo-dah over to Bent Branch Meadows, and we'll do that. My voice is a little tired from reading all of the cutscenes. Oh my goodness. Hopefully this won't give me too much more reading to do, and I probably won't talk a lot for a little bit, just to give it a rest. It was damaged. Oh, that's right, I can't fly. Ooh. So I do need to be a little bit gentle with it. Oh dear. It's better than it was last week though, so we're seeing improvements. What fate is that? How close are we to getting our challenge log fates done? Right, we're very close. Oh, okay. If we're going to join in with this one, we need to run up onto the log. And I probably need to get off the bird, or I'm going to run off the log. Besides, I need my bird. Alright, come on bird. 4 minutes 37. Let's feed you a little bit more Geisel or green so you remember to be braver for longer. Let us level sync. We've got 20 seconds left. We're not going to get a lot done. We probably won't earn our piece here, but we'll take a few out because we will still get some XP. I know, you got to be careful dodging around on this log too, otherwise you end up off the thing. There we go. We failed our fate, but we still got 18 seals, 6 gold, and 512 XP. Let's keep going. Normally if it's that close I won't bother, but I didn't look before I left that time, so my bad. Only you can prevent forest ire. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't this quest, is it? We do have better gear, so... No, okay, it's not that quest. Thank goodness. I know, not following my directions. A tree in Sorrelhaven. Ugh. Sorrelhaven, with spitting mushrooms and stinging swarms, and fire-breathing, ice-breathing birds. wonder if I can just jump up here. No. You have to run up the ramp. Oh, why? I mean, come on. Alright, let's run up the ramp. Seeing as I'm not fighting any birds, we'll just run up on our Chocobo. Actually, I'm not sure I should run up here. Can I fall off here? Let's not find out the hard way. Alright. I know. Follow the little orange arrow on the screen and you maybe won't get lost. Maybe. Level 31 to our level 44. It should leave us alone. Okay. Don't start any trouble, bird. Let's give ourselves a little space. Okay. Right. Healer's got to heal. Quell the ire of a tree in Sorrel Haven. Here we go. You quell. Your communion has furthered understanding in the forest. I'm not sure I want to do this one. Oh, I've never done this one. What's this one about? Well, why don't we see how we go? We have 14 minutes. Let's go. Now this will be a bit of a test at dodging too, so it's probably good for us healers to teach us to be a little bit lighter on our feet. I know every single fate is a learning opportunity. Just keep an eye on your marker up here and make sure up in the top right, and just make sure that you are not just give ourselves room to move. Just make sure that you're not really close to the edge of the blue, because it's really annoying to go outside your fate and have to resync all the time. Although the further in here we are, the less likely we are to target something that is not a fate target, so that's kind of helpful. And we're far enough back from the spawn point that we're not going to draw the ire of something unexpectedly. Hopefully. How's our bird doing? He's doing okay. Oops. I know, stay alert to the orange. If you want to make it harder, target more than one. Okay, this should be our last one. Okay, there we go. 178 seals, 62 gold and 6,400 XP. Where are we going to now? Back to Raya Osena, down at Camp Tranquil, so we'll zip quickly down to there. I know, so we've done a goodly chunk of our main story quest. We'll just get back to that shortly, but we do need to make sure we get our class skills up as well. rather our job skills. Run. And jump. Raya Osena, how are you doing? A short while ago I sensed a great anger abate. The forest is quieter, more welcoming now. It would seem you have passed your first test, Mistwalker. The trees are the elementals are the trees. The lush verdure of the woods is inseparable from the spirits that dwell within it. But you do not need to hear this from me. Doubtless you felt it for yourself when you healed that tree. Above all else, the elementals prize harmony. When they sense a threat to harmony, they summon forth all the powers at their disposal to expulse it. For so long as we have lived in peace with the elementals, why now do they turn against us? I can offer no answers, only theories. But one thing is certain. We must quell the Great One's fury and do it soon, lest Gridania bear the full brunt of the forest's wrath. To soothe the forest's wounds and restore harmony, that is our duty as mages of the White, and it is a responsibility that transcends race or nation. I sensed your success in soothing the ailing tree, and am more certain of this than ever. Sadly, many cannot see past established practice and tradition, my dear brother among them. One would hope for a bit more open-mindedness given his youth, but alas, his pride as a Padjal will not permit it. For my part, I am not entirely unsympathetic to his concerns, and yet the task before us is too great. We must bring him around to see reason. But how? Forgive me, Mistwalker. I would be alone with my thoughts for a while. Worry not. I will find a way to deal with Arun. All right. Now, new ability. I'm going to just move that over to there and that over to there. I should actually, you know what? No, I use that when I'm really, really pressed. I know, I'm trying to think of a good way to organize my bar. This is really handy for not being knocked back. I don't use it as often as I should. Anyway, let's chat with Raya. O brother, where art thou? Raya Osena would ask a favor of you. Sure. Mistwalker, I owe you an apology. When last we spoke, I promised that I would find a way to convince my brother to accept you, but I fear he intently refuses to heed my words. Why, the more I try to reason with him, the more he shuts his ears to me. All pride and no common sense, that one. I can scarce believe we're kin. So intent is he to prove that you are unneeded, that he dashed out into the forest all alone, boasting that he would placate every last elemental and save the forest, all by himself. Needless to say, such a task is far beyond his powers. There is a part of me that would like nothing more than to see that foolish boy learn his lesson, and yet, as his sister, I fear for him. Would you go look after him, Mistwalker? Seedseer or no, he is in many ways still a child, and the forest grows ever more unsafe these days. I thought to go myself, but if you were to save my brother from his own recklessness, perhaps he might finally see how fatuous he has been. When last I spoke with him, he announced his intentions to begin his efforts in the bramble patch. With any luck, you may still find him there. Now please go in haste, before some ill fate befalls him. Well, I can only try. Bramble patch, so that is Hawthorn Hut. Let's grab no escape. I love being able to do that. There's a game where I start to teleport, I have to run away from my own teleport to do it. This game, I just hit escape and it stops. It's so good. It's little things that make a game go from being just fun to play to being a lot more fun to play. And you don't think of them until you actually encounter them in the game. Yeah. Alright, Bramble Patch. That is over this way. We can tell by the little orange arrow on our screen. And the great big log over here. There is a Phaeton. Yes, of course we're going to join it. We still owe ourselves 2 fates, I believe. No, we only owe ourselves 1 fate. That's even better. Alright. protecting the patch. Diseased tree ants were recently seen wandering around. Now, the only problem with this fate is that there are a lot of wild boar in this patch, and they love to join in a fight if you get within range of them. So we're going to just have to keep an eye out for it and not target them by accident. When you do this with a ranged character, it is a lot easier than when you're doing it with a not ranged character, but you still have to move to avoid area attacks, which can sometimes bring you into range of an aggro boar. So how are we doing? Slowly is how we're doing. We might just, there it is, one aggro boar coming up. Get him, Fluffy. I mean Sunstorm. Right, we might stick to this area. They seem to be spawning fast enough. Oh wow, we're right on the spawn point. That is so not a good spot to be, especially with these guys. Oh! I mean, it's a great spot to be for speed of target. If you can get them before they run away. Achievement unlocked. To crush your enemies 3. That means we've killed a lot of stuff. Alright, where's my next? There it is. I know. There is not a tree in the way. I'm firing around it. It's okay. You can see bits of this one sticking out on either side. The bird is gaining 500 more XP than me. I don't think that's fair. Oh well, he's a little bird, and he did start later than me. So I suppose it's perfectly fair. Let's grab that one. It's not in range. Well, let's grab this one then. I know, I did hear him spawn in, so we'll grab him. Okay, over here. Oops, wrong way around. I know, dyslexic, my bad. This should be our last one though. Alright, level 45. Well, that's good, just in time to finish this quest. Let's find our log. I used to get so lost in here because I used to forget that the logs were access points. So we'll wander through this way. Alright, let's talk to Arun. He looks a little bit cranky, actually. Oh, no, he looks a little bit exhausted. Hey, how you doing, boy? Huh, if it isn't my sister's favourite adventurer. Come to show me up, have you? Well, you can march right back and tell sister that I am doing just fine. I am only, resting. Even if I were hurt and unable to placate this tree, what could a run-of-the-mill adventurer like you do about it? Really? That's how it's going to be? This is what a run-of-the-mill adventurer like me would do about it. Get us both killed. I mean... I know there's one I can't get. And I don't want to accidentally target that jigger. Now I can get him. Alright, so what I've done is I've set Fluffy onto one. I'm now neglecting my my own health, which is very foolish in this situation. Now back to our target. The wind will take that. This one's run out of air. Let's give it some more. Alright. And I guess, seeing as he's exhausted, we best finish this healing. That was a tough fight for little Padgel, but we won't tell him we said that. All right. How gorgeous is that? Huh. Beginner's luck. If you think healing a sapling or two is going to convince me that you are a worthy inheritor to the teachings of Master Altawa, oh dear. Arun, you yourself do not believe those words. Sister, what are you doing here? I know. There's only so much he can hide behind that fringe. Seeing to my pig-headed brother's safety, what do you think I'm doing? For better or worse, it would appear you suffer only from bruises to your leg and your pride. Arun, for all your obstinacy, I know that deep down you are no fool. No, you are wise beyond your years. You realize as well as I the dire fate that will befall Gridania if we do not quell the Great One's fury and restore peace to the wood. The adventurer is not Pajali, that is true. But what of it? Would you blindly trumpet tradition as the very forest turns against us and brings ruin to our home? We have a greater calling to answer. You know this. I do, sister. Oh, boys, right? Oh, my dear Arun, what are sisters for if not to forgive their little brother's fits of folly? Now, Mistwalker, I believe the most important task of all still awaits us. Let us return to Camp Tranquil. Right. Now, the most important task of all is a fairly solid challenge that is going to require some better gear. But I don't think we're quite up to it yet. So why don't we leave that green where it's going to irritate me no end. Actually, no, let's not. Let's go grab up whatever that was that we picked up. We'll teleport to Camp Tranquil. I know, I'm trying to figure out a good order to do things in. I don't think there is one, but we do need to gear up. The gear we've got is we could do the challenge with the gear we've got, but we can make it a little bit easier for ourselves by getting better gear. We're level 45, so a bit of bridging gear wouldn't be a bad idea at this point. We could probably pick it up doing our main story quests at level 40, but we're nowhere near those yet. So, not you. Why, I've served Raya O since she was a little girl no bigger than me, Kupo. She has matured much since the calamity. Her brother Arun, on the other hand. Oh dear. Mistwalker, thank you. I knew it was only a matter of time before Arun came round to reason, and yet his hesitance to accept you was not entirely unfounded. When we first met, I promised that one day I would share with you the tale of how white magic came to be regarded as a forbidden art. Well, I suppose this is as good a day as any for the telling. The tale begins some 3 millennia ago in the 5th astral era. It was the time of the endless frost, when a barren wasteland of snow and rime stretched as far as the eye could see. Food was scarce, and warmth scarcer. The histories hold many a grim tale of those who died in their beds, starving and benumbed. So did our ancestors discover magic, born out of the most fundamental instinct, survival. In time, the winter thawed and magic was no longer essential for survival. But once awakened to its convenience, there was no returning to how things once were. Ere long, the people discovered all the myriad ways in which magic could be employed, and civilization flourished. But prosperity breeds contempt, and nations warred for power and riches. So did the people seek greater and greater power, to rain destruction down upon their enemies. So was born black magic, the most devastating form of sorcery the world had seen. At the same time, another form of magic emerged, brought forth by those who would keep this immense destructive power in check. That is, white magic, our magic. Does this surprise you? Just as there can be no dawn without the night, the white and black are but two sides of the same coin. War raged on, and magic was used and abused with little concern for the consequences. And consequences there were. Unchecked use of magic soon dried the flow of ether, threatening to bring blight to the land. The magic of healing? It made little difference. If used with no concern for the ether, our magic would prove as ruinous to the land as the most devastating black magic spell. And so it was that the practicing of white magic was forbidden, with one exception. The Pajal, our kind, were entrusted as sole shepherds of the now forbidden art, to serve as healers and bringers of peace, while ensuring that this great power would never again be misused. Though he is still young, Arun feels this profound sense of responsibility as strongly as any of us. Thus his hesitance to accept you. But having seen your abilities, and the sincerity of your intentions, you can rest assured his doubts have been dispelled. With the three of us united in place and purpose, and our skills ever growing, the day that we may perform the quieting draws near. To our fortune, the Great One has not yet been entirely consumed by fury, but our time remains short. To commune with the Great One and restore the Twelveswood to its former state of harmony, we must truly be of one heart and one mind. It is to this end that our Tower Cant has guided you to us. Further your mastery of our art, Mistwalker, and let us mend the wounds of the wood together. What's this? Cure 3. Now, I rarely use that one because it's very quickly replaced by Magica 2. Sorry, Medica 2, my bad. Alright. Following in his footsteps, Raya Osena would send you on a pilgrimage. Oh no, she would too. Your command of white magic has advanced considerably, Mistwalker. Yes, the time draws near. Let us begin our preparations for the quieting. At its roots, the ritual is no different from the act of pacifying that you have already performed. The difference lies only in the difficulty of the effort. The Great One possesses a power unfathomably more immense than the elementals you have communed with thus far. Power so immense that a mage might be easily overwhelmed by the sheer force of its will. To prevent such a catastrophic fate, our tradition decrees that a special garb must be donned before performing the ritual. I have prepared for you these pieces, but I fear they will not avail you in their current state. So it is that I would send you on a journey. I trust you know the story of our Tower Cant. Rare among the Pajal, he left the forest behind to travel the realm, healing the land and its peoples. As tribute to his wanderlust after he passed, his ashes were divided among several urns, which were in turn carried to the far reaches of the realm. And it was there, in the distant lands that the great mage so loved, that his ashes were buried, and monuments erected in his honor. You are to go on a pilgrimage to these sites, and receive the blessings of your forebear. Only then will the garb I've gifted you be imbued with his divine powers. Mind you, you will find that these places are not as welcoming as they might have been in Master Artawa's time. The first site is on the shores of western Lanacea, in a place now feared as the Serpent's Tongue, home to a band of vile pirates. The next is to be found in Mordona, in that overgrown labyrinth of roots and vines so affectionately known as the Tangle. I do hope that Master Artawa's ashes have survived those most oppressive environs. The third site I would have you visit is perhaps the most treacherous location of the lot, Raban's Push in northern Thanlan, a stone's throw from an imperial stronghold. I urge you to exercise extreme caution. Right, she does urge me to exercise extreme caution. But what am I doing? We need more gear, and we need to go to Western Thanlan. I might finish this stream by going to Western Thanlan and just leveling up a little bit more. because some of these areas we're now on a level or just less than the level of the monsters that we're going to find in them. So it's always better to be a little bit above that and better able to deal with them. All right, we can teleport to Camp Drybone. Yes. And seeing as we're leveling, why don't we jump into Duty Finder and see what we've got in Duty Finder? I know I'm a little bit scared after messing up last time. I didn't mess up badly, I suppose, but I still messed up and my tank still died. And I always kind of feel that. Actually, most healers are the same, so it bothers them. Alright, achievement unlocked and extract science. Okay, that's funny. I know, just by doing your daily stuff, you can get into your achievements. They're down here. The most recent ones we've earned, the last 5. So we'll get there. And extract science is successfully extract materia from 10 spirit-bound items. Crushing your enemies. We actually have defeated 1,000 enemies with this character, slightly more now. Back from the wood, complete the main scenario quest, Back from the Wood. And successfully complete 5 unique instanced dungeon raids or trials. It's to the dungeons. Mapping the realms, the 1,000 Moors of Toto-rak. Discover every location within the 1,000 Moors of Toto-rak. That one's relatively easy to do. There are some that are a little trickier. Not looking at you, Sastasha, really. Or Hawk Manor. Let's head on out to Highbridge. So I guess we'll see if we can get a dungeon run in this morning. Into Duty Finder. Clear our selection. Over to Duty Roulette, which we should be doing anyway because we have quite a few rewards that we can pick up. We're not the adventurer in needs. This is our reward here. And if you're a tank, you get these extra bits and bobs. I think that's how it works anyway. Let's go. It is a Sunday morning here, so I'm not sure. Like that last dungeon popping so quickly was a bit of a surprise. Although, if we have voyages over from the Northern Hemisphere, it's actually Saturday evening for them, so maybe some of them will be around. Let's go find Hihi Baru. I know, where are we in our scenario? Let's have a look. Right, we're on our way to another mount speed increase, but not until we head back to Gridania for a bit. That's awesome. Okay. Hihi Baru, how are you? My average wait time's gone from 7 to 10 minutes. There we go. Welcome to Highbridge, adventurer. Whatever you seek, I, Hihi Baru, can provide it. Probably. You're after a masked man? Not sure I have one of those in stock. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why didn't you say so sooner? Such an individual might have featured in one of the many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhap you'll learn a thing or two, eh? Mayhap. Highbridge Times. Hihi Baru wants to help you find La Habrea. Maybe. When the Order of Nalthal began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub for pilgrims. But thanks to the nigh-endless beastmen raids, folk are too afraid to come within a mile of here. I sold everything I owned to get my venture started, and I'm loath to give up without making an earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'll be bankrupt before the moon is through. Whining won't do me any good, though. No, for my business to survive, I need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you'd like to browse my wares? Spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant? The masked man? Bah! I'll take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumours are all I've got. If you want to know about him, go and ask the other merchants. I can't actually buy anything from him, can I? Yeah, no. Why is business so fickle? I don't know, mate. I am so sorry. Alright, down here we will speak to the multiloquent merchant. Aye, I've heard tell of the masked devil. Seems he's been appearing not only to around Highbridge, but elsewhere about Thanalan too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me he's more than a figment of the imagination, but little is known about him otherwise. Right, well, that's a pain. Now our wait time is down to less than 5 minutes. That's interesting. Well, let's go and have a quick chit-chat to the absent-minded merchant. Hello. On the trail of a masked man? Aye, I've heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It's said he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious. And that's about all I can say, little though it is. Well, at least we know he exists, right? These guys aren't all seeing the same illusion. At the impassive merchant. Hi. Have I seen a masked man wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, and nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking about. Folk have been giving Highbridge a wide berth because of all the Chikern raids. None but the most devout of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. Aww. So it looks like Baru wasn't the only one who came here with high hopes. It's a fine bridge though, isn't it? Look at it. It's awesome. Alright. How are you doing? Judging by your expression, I take it you didn't learn much of use. Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier. It's just that things are tough for us merchants at the moment. The Chikern raids are so constant, so organised, we're beginning to suspect that someone is orchestrating it all. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do, but that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. Ooh, standard spectrum dye. That's right. That's right. Do we have dye on us? We do. Oh, yeah. We need to go and see a calamity merchant. We might do that. Alright, we'll do that in a little bit. Might do that before we finish up. Okay, which will be very soon. I'll just pick up this last quest and then I think we'll head on back to... Well, we can go to Limsa for the calamity merchant if you want. I also think I know where the one is in Ul'dah. I might remember where the one is in New Gridania. They're everywhere. You can find them on the maps usually. Where there is smoke, Baru has information that will surely lead you to La Habrea. I finally got some honest-to-God's information on your masked man. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own 2 eyes. I was out for an evening stroll, minding my own business, when I noticed a column of smoke rising from a cliff over at Thal's Respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man. Your masked man, I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if in answer, some Chikern appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of earshot to hear much of anything. After the group had dispersed, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smouldering coal to start a fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So what do you think? That's some sound, reliable information, even if I do say so myself. Well worth all the lingering about you've been doing, wouldn't you say? How can I resist? How can I resist? Let's go. We will have a point where we teleport between regions shortly, I think. So we'll take a break then. I know. Ooh. I know this big fella. Sometimes he ignores you. And sometimes he slaps you with a tentacle and you find yourself in the middle of next week. That is one big kitty, isn't it? Right, we're just going to keep going while he's busy looking at whatever it is he is looking at. Okay, level 25 monsters in this area. Ooh, is that a fate? Do we need another fate? Let's check. We do not need another fate. I know, right? How is our bosom buddy going? Hey, get back here. And we've done that. Right. Alright, I don't have an excuse to detour for another fate. How long has that one got to run? 7 minutes 55. You know, we could do it. We could. I know. Yield not to temptation. But yielding is fun. Anyway. Alright, let's get this part of our main story quest done. Let's find out what this part of the story is about. I swear though, if it's La Brea, I'm going to be a bit upset. He's going to wipe the floor with me. Smouldering coal. You sense a hostile? I do. Hello, a corpse foot brigade soldier. My bird went away, didn't he? And I did not summon him back. Look, I can so too do this without him. But I'd rather not. Where do we go? Back. Present the ward of the destroyer to Hihibaru. Well, okay then. Maybe it's faster if we ride. Well, not if I get caught on a fence, it's not. Oh god, no, it's not faster if we ride. Maybe? No, it really isn't, because I can sprint. Maybe it is as fast if we're sprinting as when we ride. That fate is calling me, I tell you. Calling me mercilessly. Alright, now we'll ride the bird. Chachaloon. Oh, there's another merchant here. I don't think I've ever spoken with Chacha though. Down we go. Hihibaru? Back so soon? Were you able to find any clues leading to your masked man? I did find this ward of the destroyer. What do you think? This scroll! It bears a prayer to Ralga, the destroyer. In case you're unfamiliar, Ralga is the guardian deity of Alamigo, which is currently under Galean rule. It is highly uncommon for folk of other nations to revere him. I'd wager my last guild that your assailant was Alamigan. It seems this masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchant in me envies such a diverse network of contacts. That self-same merchant also senses danger ahead, and darkness besides. Are you certain you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? Hee, I am absolutely certain. Come on, spit it out, man. On to Little Alamigo. Hihibaru has a suggestion to help you with your investigation. The Alamigan bandit you had a run-in with is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery. So it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head toward Little Alamigo over in southern Thanalan. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is the favoured destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Ul'dah. The hearts of the denizens are said to be as barren as the wasteland they live in, and for all intents and purposes, it's a lawless place. Whoops. Be prepared for a not-so-warm welcome. Now, I'm not certain how much help she will be. Ah! Sorry, Hihi, gonna cut you short on that one. Let's go. I know. But my daughter lives in Little Alamigo. I'll send you a note of introduction. Is pretty much what he says towards the end. Now, my tank is Thunder Zygar. Let's keep an eye on Thunder. Where are we? The Temtara Deepcroft. If you ever wonder which dungeon you're in, its name is usually up here. It will tell you how much time you've got left to run it. Who's watching the cutscene? One of the DPS. Okay, so we need to keep an eye on our Arcanist. Probably just leveling through. Oh no. Alright, now I mustn't get distracted. Squirrel. She says, eyes on tank. I'm watching. Don't go that way. Oh no, you are pulling like a tram. Please stop. Oh god. Okay. Need to drop a heal on him. before he gets out of range, the maniac. Come back here! I know, what class am I playing? Come back here. Now, do I have access to my 6? I do not, so I'm stuck on little heals. He still has too many opponents for me to relax. What was that about, girl? You hit us sooner by mistake. Okay, now I can do some rocking. I know. Come on, Mr. Excitable. Let's go. Tanks. Oh, no, get back here, you maniac. I know, he's going to take on the this room over here. It's actually a pretty good draw. So I might call him a maniac, but he's actually doing really well. My bad. I need to be paying him a lot of attention, so just excuse me for a minute. The other reason you don't want to be casting too many DPS spells at the moment is... I know, I'm damaging as many of them as I can, as fast as I can. Is that the void guy? Yeah. Let's go. Oops. Tank. There we go. Wind is still on this one. Let's rock him a little bit. There you go. Grab the gear, because some of us will need it. Plundered Cavalier. Right, let me just ignore the gear. Where's my freaking tank gone? Come here. And I'm gonna need that sprint, aren't I? It's gonna make me run. I don't need fitness training. Okay, you're over here. Oh god. I know. When they're in a big mob, that their health can change really quick. Make sure we're on him and not on me. Okay, they were useful. Whoops. Grab that chest because I'm not the only one who needs gear out of here. Okay, I'm going to pass on that. And I'm passing on that. I think someone else needs that more than I do. Find my tank before he gets himself killed. So that should be the Void Soul counter. Yeah. I know. I'm kind of watching him, but I'm also watching the tank's health bar over here. It is getting a little bit low, so that I can switch across as needed. Alright, you get the mechanism, I'll get the chest. Right, God. Alright, I'm here. This is a really good tank. He's actually alert to what his team is doing. So when I wasn't there, he stopped and didn't keep pulling, and he also waited for the other DPS, which is really huge. You don't often see a tank who does that. I'm gonna keep this one. This is a good tank. Now I just have to try and keep him alive. Here we go. That is awesome. Where'd my tank go? Just bouncing along. Are we there yet? He's like, are you all with me? Yes, tank, we are all here. Alright, I'm going to get my sprint on. Trying to sprint myself off a ledge. Come on ahead of him, hit him with a heal. Hopefully he doesn't go back out of range. We might move in a bit closer. The reason I'm using my dot spells is because I can still do damage when I'm healing. Not that these guys need it. Let's heal the tank. So yeah, so if I have to stop DPSing, the dot spells ensure that I'm still doing some kind of damage. Even if it's not very much. He's going to pull these guys all the way to the bend, isn't he? Yeah. I reckon he might have done this run a few times. I know, healers have to stop to cast, so you've got to keep up with your tank and try and guess where he's going to pull the mob to so that you're within range. And also so that you don't have anything in the way. Now with a big mob like this, he's going to lose health unexpectedly quickly in some situations, so you just got to kind of judge your DPSing in between your healing, and I'm not very good at that yet. Okay, we'll rock that one. We'll lightning this one. Oh no, don't you start the party without me. Come back. He's not going to go very far. And hit this one, hopefully. There we go. Alright, let the tank pull before you do any attacks, even as a DPS. Otherwise you will draw the ire of everything around you, and your poor tank will be running after it trying to get the aggro off you, and then you're wasting his time and skill as a tank. Or her time and skill as a tank. Oh, oops, wrong button. Okay, now that ding you hear is the limit break, and that's when your DPS would go off if things were running badly. Let's open this up. I have, like I said, I've got one other person who's here. That is well below what I'm wearing, so I'll pass on it so someone else can have it. We have a cutscene. Oh my god, we have 3 voyages. See, I would not get a run without voyages. It's so good. I really appreciate them coming over and visiting. Okay, I'll keep an eye on the tank. He probably doesn't need a lot right now. I need to heal him. And then we need to bring down this imp. And then we need to rock Galvance, the Dominator's World. Give him a bit of wind. Heal the tank. Oh no, do not attack me. There's my tank rescuing my behind. Now I need to keep him alive while he's under heavy attack. The DPS have gotten the concealed imps, which is lovely of them. Don't try and rock the tank, that's mean. I know. Out of there. Arrow that one. Arrow that one. Arrow that one. Arrow that one. Heal that one. I know, you can have an arrow, and you can have an arrow, and you can have an arrow, and you can have one too. It's a little arrow party. So, good game, thank you guys. Alright, my tank definitely deserves a commendation. Excellent. We are... Thank you. Oh, wow, that was awesome. You're really welcome, Thunder. Oh, that was an awesome run. I know it's so good when you get a really good tank and you get a run like that. We had excellent DPSs, we had a good tank, and we just had a that was a nice run. Yeah. Alright. Now we can go and speak with Hihira at Little Alamigo. So poor Hihibaru, I cut a lot of his story short, but basically what he was telling us was that the folk in Little Alamigo are rather unfriendly because they've been displaced and they couldn't fit in Ul'dah and they didn't enjoy the lifestyle there, so they fled to this barren land and an oasis here. And as you can see, we're not attuned, so we are going to have to go to Ul'dah anyway. So we're going to go to Ul'dah. We're going to go find the Calamity Salvager there. And yeah, that's pretty good. And then we're going to I think next session we'll run across to Little Alamigo. So here we are in Ul'dah. Just grab this. No, that didn't work. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this Etherite, and we're going to grab the Ethernet. So yeah, so this is why we get so many voyages over to Materia anyway. It would be really nice if they could roll us into some other regions' worlds, pretty much like they're rolling the other regions' worlds together, because we are just one data center. So if they rolled our data center into either North America, we seem to overlap in the mornings and the evenings, or Japan, or just anywhere really, or Europe, then we'd get the same. It'd be easier for us to find runs in Duty Finder. But that wasn't too bad a wait. That's kind of your average wait, 10-15 minutes per. Well, actually no. And then for the big raids, you can be waiting. I think one of my characters just waited for 7 hours over several sessions. So yeah, we are looking for the Calamity Salvager. Now the Calamity Salvager is kind of in the middle. Let's go into Steps of Thal. I'm just trying to show you how to find it without. It's not in the Gold Court. Steps of Null, Steps of Thal. Ah, look, I can't work out how to find it on the map. We are going to go to the Goldsmiths Guild. Alright, now I need to remember. Well, we're going to go to the Goldsmiths Guild Etherite. Let me get this right. And then we're going to see if I can remember where in here. I always thought they were in at the Gold Court, but I'm pretty wrong, I think. Let's go check it out anyway. How wrong am I? Let's find out. You know what? We don't want to go to the Calamity Salvager first. We want to go to our I always run into them when I'm not looking for them. It's when I'm looking for them I can't find them. We want to go to see our. I know the words are somewhere in my head. Have we actually even gotten our retainers yet, or have I not designed them? I've not yet hired a retainer. Well, that solves that problem. Retainers. Summoning bells are used to call forth any retainers you have in your employ. Retainers are helpful NPCs who can be hired by players to maintain items in guild, as well as place goods up for sale on the market. Once you have been given approval to hire retainers, speak with Fridwib in Limsa Laminza, Parnell in Gridania, Chitabi in Ul'dah, Prunilla in Ishgard, or Kazashi in Kugane. There you go. Good. Well, that solves that problem. Let's go find these Calamity Salvagers. They're basically where the Black Mage, or near where the Black Mage does their stuff. If I could just remember where that was. It's not the Gold Court, but it's not far from the Gold Court. I think it's actually over near the Gladiators Guild. But I won't. There it is. I was wrong. It wasn't near the Gladiators Guild. Where was it? Okay. In the Milvaneth Sacrarium in Ul'dah, which is between the Miners Guild Ethernet Shard and the Weavers Guild Ethernet Shard, you will find your Calamity Salvager. If you have paints from before the 7.5 update, you go into your Calamity Salvager and you've got all of these things. Job specific gear, by the way, if you ever accidentally do something terrible, like, oh, I don't know, sell your blue mage wand or deconstruct it, I would never do that. Well, I have done. You can actually pick up your job specific gear from here. Now, it won't let you purchase your level 70 gear if you're not eligible for it, okay? It just won't. I've just hit something. So we go down to a level 50 gear, and we probably won't be allowed to have this either. No, because we haven't got to the point where we're allowed to have it. Okay, but if you ever accidentally get rid of your level 50 job gear or whatever, or you wanted it for a glam and you've already deconstructed it, you can get it from here, or you sold it. You can't deconstruct that gear. Okay, ceremony attire exchange. You can deal in your spoils. I've got no idea what sort of spoils. Okay, here you go. Chocobo feather, silver chocobo feather exchange. This is number 1. We actually have 1 chocobo feather, so we could actually exchange for some nice low level gear if we wanted to. But if we have more chocobo feathers, we can get more stuff. So explore your calamity salvage gear, folks. It's important. What is this glamour prism collection? I know, just give me a minute. I haven't explored this part. There are a lot of little aspects in this game I haven't explored, but that Calamity Salvager has definitely got more tabs than he used to have. So what we're here for is this one down the bottom, die exchange. Actually, spectacles exchange is useful if you have any. Greetings, I'm conducting a recall of spectacles formerly classified as headgear. I shall be happy to exchange any such items in your possession for a new, more convenient model. Well, let's see if we have any. It would seem you don't have any spectacles of the sort I'm recalling. If you happen to obtain a pair, please do bring them to me. There we go. Speed belt. I have no idea what speed belt. What is delineation? Yes, that must be something else entirely. Garrow gear. No idea what that is, so we probably won't see anything in the tab. Let's have a look. Repurchase. Oh, wait. Repurchase paladin. Well, let's have a look at repurchasing. Well, we can't because we're too low a level. Okay, so we won't see it. If you're a higher level character, have a look at that and see what that's about. I've got no idea what Garrow gear is, so that's a new part of the game for me. 2,000 hours and there are still bits of this game I know nothing about. Die exchange, 12. Okay, you will receive 12 pots of standard spectrum die. Now, if you have a look in here, this is what we're exchanging, okay? These are the dies that we have. We have 12 of them. They're standard dies, so they're all going to be turned into this one standard spectrum die color, which we can then use to dye things with. But we've now freed up 4 spaces in our inventory. Let me just grab my Chocobo saddlebag while I'm here. We're going to drop our materia in there, so we've got it on hand for when we need it. I might throw my dye in there as well. I know my poor Chocobo is carrying all my garbage. All right. So there you are. That's your Calamity Salvager. In Ul'dah, you can find them here. In Limsa Laminza, Will Zippity Doo Dah over there. In Limsa Laminza, you can find them up on the upper deck. So we're going to go to the main Ethernet crystal. We're going to jog on over here to the Aetheryte. We're going to jump on up to the Aft Castle. And in Limsa, what you've got is you've got your Calamity Salvager with his die exchange up here. There's a nice group of merchants and things over on this side of the plaza. And there's your Calamity Salvager right there. Okay, and he has the same list of stuff. Your die exchanges down the bottom. So this is where he's in Limsa. Okay, there's your Aft Castle, Aetheryte. There's your blacksmith and your armorers. And here is your Calamity Salvager. Now in Gridania, that's a very good question. Let's have a quick looky-see over there. And then we're going to go back to Ul'dah and set ourselves up for a nice smooth run to Little Alamigo, which we're going to unlock next time. Alrighty. Oh, I think they're over at Maketo's amphitheater actually. I vaguely remember seeing an interesting cluster of merchants at that direction. Let's have a look. Yeah, here we are. So Your Calamity Salvager in New Gridania, this is the fella here, is right next to the Makedo's Amphitheatre Ethernet shard and opposite Makedo's Amphitheatre itself, okay? So that's where they are. Let's duck on back to Ul'dah. And then I think I will definitely call it here. So thank you very much for hanging with me. Appreciate the company. We will go for a little bit of a run off to Little Alamigo for the rest of our main story quest next time we're around. So have a really good day, guys. Have a great week. Have a good evening and enjoy your gaming. And I will check you later. Take care out there.